Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught us this truth, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. So I got this article on my, I'm reading it off my other phone. So Salakia. But it says Cleveland anti-Trump hands-off rally draws large crowd. All right. It says more than 1,000 people filled Market Square to protest President Donald Trump and his policies. It was one of hundreds of rallies across the country. Right. Hey, and this is what y'all asked for, man. All right. This is what the people asked for. This is who they voted for. All right. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me see. Real quick. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 15. It says, Thou shalt in any wise set him a king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. Run from among thy brethren, thou shalt select. Let me read it over. Deuteronomy 17 and 15, it says, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. All right, and a lot of you Israelites voted for Trump, man. Right, just like a lot of y'all voted for Kamala. A lot of you black women, so-called black women, y'all voted for Biden, right? And now you got all these different rallies that's been going on, but this is it's more frequent, right? And it said hundreds. What would it say again? It says it was one of hundreds of rallies across the country, man. Right? And that's why the scripture tells you or tells us to never trust thy enemy, man. Because now he's cutting all your stamps and cutting all your Medicaid and your Medicare and your vouchers and your daycare. But this is who y'all voted for, man. Right? A cruel Lord. Let me get that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going real quick. It says demonstrators packed the street corners around Cleveland's West Side Market Saturday to protest President Donald Trump government cuts. Hey, we are at the end of America, man. Right? All these countries are not dealing with America's dollar. Okay? BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, right? I slipped up. I wanted to say Iran, but India, China, and South America. It says trade policies, Wall Street's financial trouble, and what they see as attacks on democracy. Hey, this is what you get for trusting in this devil, man. That's why the scripture says, woe to them. Let me get that. Well, first, let me get that. All right. This is Isaiah 31:1. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help." Woe means destruction, right? So this is why you people are all out here protesting and picketing and hell no, we won't go type shit. Because y'all have trusted in this devil, y'all have trusted in a system that's collapsing. Right? The scriptures say that they basically, let me see if I can get that. They could not save them, man. This is Lamentations 4:17. It says, "As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us," man. Right? You Jakes keep going and voting, thinking that you have a voice, man. Thinking you have a choice, and you don't. You don't have a choice, man. This is not your kingdom. This is Esau Edom's kingdom, man. But real quick, this is Isaiah Isaiah 19:4. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord." Right? Hey, these tariffs and all these people protesting, right? This shit about to go up, man. It's about to be real. It's about to be real soon that people gonna be running up in each other's houses, man, for the lack and the want of food and water. All right, just as the scripture says, man. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord and a fierce king." Hey, a cruel Lord, man. He don't care about how nobody feel. He don't care about the effects that these tariffs is gonna have on the citizens of America, or the effects that it's gonna have on these other countries. This man don't give a fuck about that shit. He has a job to do, man, and if he don't do that job, you already know. The Simpsons. It says, "And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts," man. And he is a fierce king. Let's look up this word fierce real quick. It says violently hostile. And that's Trump. That's Trump, man. When that nigga walk in the room, he be pulling people, like when he's shaking hand, he pulling you all up in your face and shit, like hitting you with the shoulder and shit, moving you out the way, taking your spot, all cocky. Right? It says, or aggressive in temperament. That's Trump, man. Okay. It says, marked by unrestrained zeal or vehemence. It says extremely vexatious, disappointing, or intense. That's Trump, man. Right? You say something crazy, your whole background check. All right. Hey, it says having or expressing bold confidence or style. That's Trump. He told the Ukraine people when he said, "Man, look, you not," and then he just blamed it on Ukraine. He just said, "You guys, how this little ass state start a war, man? Start a war with big ass Russia? That ain't making no sense." So you mean to tell me this little ass state just went over there and picked a war with the biggest nigga on the block, knowing he ain't got nothing? He ain't got no nothing. compared to what this man got. No, man. It said having or expressing bold confidence. He just went over here, nigga. Y'all started this war. No, look, you wouldn't have shit if it wasn't because of us. It'd be a lot more dead. Just cocky as hell when you in the middle of it. You the whole reason for it. You probably put him up to do it. Salakia, man. All right, but let me get back to this article. It says, despite a rainy, despite a rainy start to the day, more than 1,000 people packed Market Square at West 25th Street and Lorraine Avenue. A healthy police presence was on hand to keep traffic moving. All right. And matter of fact, let me grab another scripture. All right. I could read this, but it was another one I wanted. This is Psalms 37 and 35. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Right, this man, Esau, Edom, America, his wickedness, his tentacles, his branches, right, has reached to other countries, man. But it was a different one that I wanted. Let me see. All right, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right, and this is not rejoicing. All right, it says hundreds of different protests going across America, all about Trump and his policies and him cutting all these different government aids and different perks and benefits that these people receive. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's what they're doing. They're out there complaining, right? It was one video. It was a woman and her husband. The woman was talking, but you hear the husband. It was an Edomite in the background. He going crazy, man. He said, "You took my fucking sanity. The one fucking thing that I got. You fuckers did it." Right? The only thing keeping me from fucking whoop-de-wooing somebody. That's people mourning. Her his wife on the screen crying and shaking and shit. Hey, it's about to be some real hard times, man. Let me get another scripture. It's about to be some real hard times, man. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Right? When these tariffs kick in and these price hikes really start to come to your store, and you really can't, right? And the gas go up for you to get back and forth to work, and all the food goes up, and then you end up losing this, you're losing that. It says a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, man. It's gonna be niggas coming up in your shit, man. They ain't coming for no fucking PlayStation 5, man. They ain't coming for your fucking DVD player, flat screen. Okay? It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. They're gonna be coming up in there looking for whatever it is they can get with the sword. They may get to shooting that bitch up with the sword and then come up in there. It says, and spoil their goods, meaning to rob, to take everything that's in your house, whatever is of value to them at that time. It says, because of the lack of bread, which is food, and for great tribulation, man. Because it's going to be a troublesome time, known as Jacob's trouble, man. Right? These are just little things that show you that it's coming, man. All right. 100 different protests, man, across the United States. Everybody pointing the finger at Trump. You motherfucker, you fucked up my fucking sanity. Right? That's what's going on. People out there picketing with their pickets and shit up and down. Hell no, we won't go. But anyway, I just wanted to do this quick lesson on here, man, until I figure out this phone and how to, because I can't just have the article up and go to the article and then you ain't gonna hear me. And then this phone I'm using, this man, you know what's up. They on their shit. But anyway, Lord willing, you are edified. All right. In closing, I'm gonna say all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught us this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Hey, until next time, shalom.